This portion of CBS This Morning sponsored by Pfizer.
This Week with George Stephanopoulos is brought to you by Pfizer.
This weather report brought to you by Pfizer.
And now a CBS Sports Update brought to you by Pfizer.
Meet the Press Data Download brought to you by Pfizer.
Today's countdown to the royal wedding is brought to you by Pfizer.
Just when you think Pfizer aren't going to sponsor another program.
On how to find the hidden sugars in the American family diet. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Race war. Whose team are you on? Black people or white people?
Is there a race war? Did I miss it?
Mayor-elect Eric Adams is promising administration more reflective of New Yorkers.
I'm live every night at 10 o'clock, and I promise you, sometime in the next 5 days, I'm going to be talking about a kid that caught a bullet in the head.
White people.
Like, why you don't love us? That's the question we want to ask police. Why you don't love us?
All of us need to share the bounty of America. All of us need to be part of the middle class.
Every day that goes by, a mother, a father is burying their child. Every single day. So what needs to happen, like right now?
See, now, black people start getting all guns, forming militias, protect themselves. Can't trust the deep state. Hoo-hoo! You'll see a wave of change in access and accountability. We saw it in the 60s.
Thank you, George Floyd.
Standing there, watching protesters, and he gets assaulted.
I know your story. I am your story.
But Eyewitness News has obtained this video that appears to tell a different story. East Fordham Road had been taken over by looters, and police moved in to clear the streets. Police sources say the officers saw Jamel trying to set a fire. He is struck with the taser, then apparently struck twice with a baton. After Mayor de Blasio met Jamel and his mother at an event last week, he ordered an investigation. Jamel's supporters say that's not good enough.
And to make it even worse, this is a young 16-year-old boy.
Or Jamel's mother says she was not notified that her son had been taken to the hospital for at least 90 minutes.
She's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, she needs to be in another house. Yeah, I know. And I told her to her face she's crazy. But I know.
During his stay here at the Somos El Futuro conference in San Juan, Adams has made it clear the mayoralty is about to see a big change.
Jesus walked in the temple and he saw them doing wrong in his temple. He didn't sit down at the table and participate. He turned the table over. I'm going to City Hall to turn the table over.
Promising a diverse administration more reflective of New Yorkers. A surveillance camera captured the suspect as he grabbed the 32-year-old victim and threatened to kill her before fleeing with her Metro card. He struck again at the same station. This time, his victim was 78 years old. Then, less than 10 minutes later, at the Rector Street 1 station, police say the suspect robbed a 39-year-old victim of her Metro card. He also grabbed her and threatened her life if she didn't hand over the card. Mayor-elect Eric Adams is promising an administration more reflective of New Yorkers.
Then stabbed the girl once in the chest before running away with a group of people.
Pretty much ends the violence at that moment. But look at just how disgusting this is to watch. The looting has got...
Shows a man walking up 3rd Avenue, suddenly shoving a 92-year-old woman. She loses her balance, falling to the ground, hitting her head on a fire hydrant. The suspect is still on the loose. Anyone with information is asked to call police. It should surprise me, but it doesn't. Thalia Perez.
You realize how a lie can spread.
Her advisors have said a lot the past few months.
Sharpton called Cuomo a racist, compared Abrams to Hitler, and said Brawley would go to jail rather than cooperate with the investigators.
Maddox would actually say that the Attorney General of the state of New York was masturbating over pictures of 15-year-old Tawana Brawley.
I think a lot of the rhetoric, including mine, went too far.
They looked up and they saw Maddox, Mason, and Sharpton. What's wrong with them? What was wrong with us was crackers didn't choose us.
New York State is now the capital of racial violence.
We will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
We closed the bridge, the court, and this building, and Main Street.
All of us need to be a part of government. All of us need to be part of the middle class. All of us need to share the bounty of America. All of us need to raise our voices. All of us need to make sure that we vote. All of us need to respect unions. And all of us must come out to vote in 2022 for the next governor of the state of New York.
He turned the table over. I'm going to City Hall to turn the table over.
And he says he will partner with those who helped him get elected. It's a place that's dedicated to preserving the history of the Afro-Puerto Rican diaspora here on the island. The event was hosted by two major labor leaders, Local 32BJ SEIU President Kyle Bragg and Henry Garrido, who leads DC 37, the largest public workers union.
We all get to play a role in the success of this city.
Over and over during his stay here at the Somos El Futuro conference in San Juan, Adams has made it clear the mayoralty is about to see a big change.
Alien who's lived in this country for the past decade, and that means they can stay here without any fear of deportation. The Democrats' bill would allow illegal immigrants with DUI convictions and even gang members to qualify for parole. And you, by the way, would be paying for this amnesty. $2.8 billion is allocated in the bill to process applications for amnesty as, quote, efficiently as possible.